Now on News 3 Now at 5:30, how fire departments around the state are supporting Madison and why they're serving the city today. And the latest from today's celebration of life for firefighter Tom Mahoney, how his loved ones are remembering him. Plus, a lot of Father's Day activities around the area today, including a festival where you may find yourself seeing double.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5:30.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 5:30. I'm Amanda Quintana. Tonight, the Madison Fire Department is remembering one of their own. Firefighter Todd Mahoney died earlier this week after competing in last week's Ironman race. His memorial service is being held this evening. Our Gabriela Becerra joins us now to share how firefighters from across the state are coming together to support the Madison Fire Department.
Yeah, firefighters from 19 stations across the state are stepping in to make sure that Mahoney's friends and family at the Madison Fire Department can attend the memorial service this evening. I spoke with firefighters from Fond du Lac, Greenfield, and Appleton, and they're filling in at Station 1 where Mahoney worked before he died. It's a duty they never want to do.
We say, what can we do to help?
But one they'll always be willing to do.
The least we could do is to provide some coverage. And you know, today's an interesting day, being Father's Day, but the department's had no trouble getting people to come and work this detail today and allow their firefighters that were on duty today to be off so they could attend the services.
The call went out, and Chief Davis of the Madison Fire Department said within 1 hour, all the departments that are here today providing coverage got back to them, said we're committed to doing this.
And for some firefighters, they're simply returning the favor.
When there's a call, whether it's in your own community or somebody else's, that's what we do. That's who we are.
An Appleton firefighter died last month, and Madison firefighters stepped in to help their station during the memorial.
It's kind of fresh in Appleton, but regardless of that incident, we'd still be here today doing what we do, because that's the brotherhood. That's exactly what we sign on for.
They sign on to help others in need, including members of their own brotherhood.
People hear us talk about the fire service being a family, and this is truly it.
And these firefighters know that they can expect the help should they ever need it.
We hope we never have to utilize it, but should it be needed, they'll be knocking on our door.
The other departments will be responding to calls tonight. While I was at Station 1, they were already busy responding to a fire call. Madison will return after the memorial tonight.
All right, thank you so much, Gabriela. Friends, family, and community members are honoring the life of Todd Mahoney today. We join our Madeline O'Neill outside Door Creek Church on Madison's east side, where services are about to begin. Maddie?
Amanda, visitation has been going on since 3, and the celebration of life ceremony starts in about a half hour. But cars have really been lining this street. The parking lot behind me is full. People are coming from all over, including classmates from Iowa. Now, I want to show you this flag display. Not only can you see this big American flag honoring Mahoney, but there's also a University of Iowa flag. That's where he went to college. Friends and family have asked that media doesn't go inside during the ceremony, so we're staying out here. But we do want to highlight just how much Mahoney meant to those he knew, his friends and family, but also his colleagues and his community. As an apparatus engineer, he was a 9-year veteran of the fire department and a well-known as a health enthusiast, but also a friend and a mentor. One of his friends today tells us he was an overall great guy. The 38-year-old had a wife and 3 young sons. Officials say it's no coincidence the services are being held on Father's Day today. They want to demonstrate Mahoney's love and dedication for his children. They're also thanking the Madison Fire Department and Firefighters Local 311, a group that has set up a donation page for Mahoney's wife and 3 children. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll have more on this memorial service and how they're honoring Mahoney today. Amanda.
Thank you so much, Maddie. 61-year-old Michael McCullough also died competing in the Ironman. Officials say he drowned during a medical event. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Dana Fulton out on the patio. After the rain stopped this morning, it wasn't actually too bad out.
Just a little cloudy outside, but thankfully, yes, the rain ending early on today. We saw a few little showers slide on through, and now it's just a little cool outside still. Here's a live look from Platteville with our Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam. A cloudy sky in Platteville, a cloudy sky here in Madison as well throughout most of the state. Our visible cloud track's been a little consistent today with all the cloud coverage coming on through. Thankfully, our Doppler track calming down for the night. We're not expecting any more rain to come through the rest of the evening. So if you do have any evening Father's Day plans, you should be all good to go. Again, very cool. 60 for us right now in Madison. A little cooler along the lake, though. Milwaukee at about 52. Closer to 62, though, in Platteville. Compared to this time yesterday, it is quite a drop in our temperatures. Yesterday, of course, below average, and even more so today. Boscobel, about a 13-degree drop in the last 24 hours. Our breeze is coming for the northeast. It's going to help fuel our cool temperatures. Plan on a cloudy sky through the rest of the evening, but by Monday, the sun will return for us. Cool few days ahead, though. We'll take a closer look at your work week forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. More local news now. A 60-year-old woman is dead after falling into a pond last night. Officials say it happened just after 8:30 in Gulf Glen. The victim's boyfriend called to report he wasn't able to pull her out of the water. Chief Caldwell's blog says Madison police and fire arrived 7 minutes after the call. The woman was immediately given CPR but could not be revived. An 86-year-old Madison man fainted and died in a car yesterday. Madison police were sent to a north side home just after 12 o'clock. Officials say the man lost consciousness after getting in the car. Fire and EMS responders saw that the man had a do not resuscitate bracelet on. A medical examiner says the death looks to be medically related. Around the state, Racine police are now saying the 18-year-old who was shot and killed by a Mount Pleasant officer was armed and ignored commands to drop his weapon. Officials say the officer attempted to talk to Tyrese West early yesterday when West took off on a bicycle. Police say the officer saw West was armed, but the statement didn't say what kind of weapon he saw. According to an investigation, the officer fired after West ignored the officer's commands, and less lethal force was unsuccessful. Life-saving measures failed after the shooting. A manure spill in La Crosse County is estimated to have killed more than 1,000 trout. The DNR reports the spill happened on June 8th in Bostwick Creek in Bangor. Fishermen should be aware that fishing in the area has been compromised, but the downstream effect to the fishery is still being monitored. Funeral services were held yesterday for the West Point cadet from New Jersey who was killed during training. Fellow cadets carried Christopher Morgan's casket across the cemetery at the academy. The 22-year-old died last week when a tactical vehicle overturned. About 1,500 people attended the services, including former President Bill Clinton. A shooting at a Costco in Corona, California has had some residents on edge all weekend. Joy Benedict talked to people who were there when that shooting happened on Friday and returned to the store to pick up their belongings.
Bow, 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 bow. That's what it sounded like.
Sal Cruz returned to Costco this morning because in the rush to safety, he left everything behind.
And we see this stampede of people coming towards us, so I told my wife, we gotta run, let's go.
Shoppers say when they heard that gunfire, they didn't stop and think about grabbing their car keys or their wallets or their purses. Instead, they grabbed their children, they grabbed their loved ones, and they ran.
We left a stroller, and my wife left her wallet and her cell phone.
I don't have my keys, I don't have my phone, I don't have anything.
This shopper wasn't comfortable showing her face as she's still trying to process exactly what happened.
It's sad what our society's coming to. You know, you're grocery shopping with your kids. This is the last place you would think that someone would shoot.
This morning, detectives still lingered as store employees tried to get the building ready to reopen, and officers handed out personal belongings at the police station. But forgetting the shooting and the fear these shoppers felt may not be so easily washed away.
No one expects these kinds of things to happen at the store, especially at Costco.
Police say an off-duty LAPD officer was shopping at Costco with his family when he was attacked. The attack on the officer that police say was unprovoked, resulting in him firing his weapon and striking a person and 2 of his family members. Next on News 3 Now at 5:30, how the bodega market at Breeze-Stevens Field celebrated Father's Day this afternoon. Located near the heart of Madison at Bree-Stevens Field, the Bodega Market hopes to bring together the Madison community through local vendors, food, and live music. The markets usually happen on Thursdays, but today was a special Father's Day edition. Bree-Stevens Field encouraged vendors to promote gifts for Dad and offer Father's Day specials. Any dad who passed through the stadium received 2 drink coupons for $1 off a beer. Today's Bodega Market was all about celebrating fathers and bringing families together to enjoy community-focused businesses.
Every one of these booth spaces are kind of like flowers, and everyone who comes in, the bees kind of go from booth to booth, and it's really cool to see people interacting with these small local businesses. And not only that, but obviously we've got a ton of people here just hanging out, having a good time.
Families spent time together and played outdoor games like soccer and cornhole and shopped at different craft and apparel vendors at the Bodega Market. There's a new Miss Wisconsin. Miss Rock River Valley, Alyssa Bohm, received a $10,000 scholarship in addition to first place at last night's competition in Oshkosh. The 4 runners-up also received scholarships. Bohm will advance to the Miss America competition in 2020. There was double trouble today at the Eastside Club in Madison at the 3rd annual Twin Fest. The event celebrates twinism and everything twins do together, as well as the uniqueness of being a twin. It includes participants from all over the Midwest and games for the kids and musical chairs for the adults. Twin Fest founder and twin Patricia Blair says her experiences with her sister inspired her to start the event in Madison.
No, I think they're just here for the uniqueness, for the fun. It's fun to look at. It's fun to see groups of people that are lookalikes, you know, and be in that group of people that kind of understand being a twin.
Twins competed for awards today, including twins who look the most alike, the youngest set of twins, and the oldest set of twins. Next on News 3 Now at 5:30, the sun returns tomorrow, but after that, our shower chances are back. Dana has your full forecast after the break.
So a little cloudy and a little rainy early on today, and also just a little cool outside. Our temperatures staying well below average this afternoon, barely getting close to 60 for afternoon highs. We should again be in the upper 70s for us. So it does feel a little more like April rather than the middle of June. Started the day off in the middle 50s at about 54. So that's a little closer to our average low. Sunset isn't until 8:39. Unfortunately, though, we're not expecting to get much of a break in the clouds this evening, so don't plan on seeing any sunset to wrap up your day. But we're also not planning on seeing any more rainfall come through for us. Our Doppler track is quiet. We had a few showers come through this morning and overnight. In the last 24 hours, most of the rain has been picked up towards La Crosse and in the southwest corner of the state. We did see some areas around Platteville get just over an inch. An isolated spot there in Grant County at about 1.5 inches, but most of Dane County at around 1/4 of an inch of accumulation, and then areas to the southeast really not seeing much rain come through overnight and early this morning. Thankfully tonight, no rain chances coming on in. That unsettled weather is really staying to the south. Now this system, as it crosses over, will bring a slight chance for some showers, mainly northwest of Madison late tomorrow. But we're just looking at our skies steadily clearing overnight. We're going to keep those storms again further to the south. In fact, stretching from Illinois through southern Illinois and into southern Ohio. A slight risk for severe weather through the rest of the evening. And then for tomorrow, also seeing some thunderstorm chances towards the southern end of the Midwest and then off in the plains also. None of that including Wisconsin, which is the good news for us. We're just going to steadily start to get a little more sunbite tomorrow afternoon. So again, overnight, we start to become partly cloudy by early in the morning. Our temperatures will yet again fall to the mid to low 50s for our overnight lows. In the afternoon, we'll be landing in the mid to low 70s for our afternoon highs, depending on where you're at. That cooler air along the eastern edge of the state, a little warmer air to the west. Again, that shower chance is likely not going to cross the whole area, but towards La Crosse, you could see a few isolated showers heading into Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. By Thursday, we also have a partly sunny sky and then a slight chance for some showers developing yet again later on in the day. As far as your evening temps are concerned, plan on us staying in the 60s at least up until sunset, and then we'll fall through the 50s overnight. A low of about 53 degrees with a light breeze coming from the northeast, only 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thankfully, not too windy outside. Tomorrow, a high temp about 70, so a little closer to average and not nearly as cool with a partly sunny sky. Slight chance for some showers on Tuesday. Temperatures steadily climbing for us to the lower 70s, but we aren't going to climb much through this week. We'll have shower and storm chances and cloud coverage through much of the end of the week. That's going to help just kind of snuff out our temperatures and keep us below average through the work week and into next weekend. So quite a cool stretch for us, unfortunately, as we're looking, of course, to the start of summer here in no time. And it's just not really feeling like summer for us. We're outside right now. It's not terrible, but would really like some sunshine in 80s right now.
Yeah, I started to think about when did I put the AC in last year? Like, it seems like it should be hot.
We're a little behind schedule. Yeah. Yes. So we'll hopefully get some sun again tomorrow, but it's still going to be a little cool.
All right. Thank you so much, Dana. Coming up, one Wisconsin football star gets valuable advice from a fellow Badger. Stick around. Sports is next.
For everyone waiting for the Rose Lavelle highlights from the World Cup, USA head coach Jill Ellis rested the former Badger star and made 7 changes to the starting 11. She didn't play. It mattered not against Chile in the second game of group play. 11th minute, Chilean defense cannot clear. Carly Lloyd taking advantage. 6th straight World Cup game with a goal. That made it 1-0. They weren't finished. Off a corner kick, Julie Ertz using her head and scoring. And one more for good measure. Tierna Davidson serving up the good set pieces. Lloyd, second goal of the match. USA wins 3-0. Through to the round of 16. They'll play Sweden to close out group play on Thursday. Sweden also to the next round. Brewers catcher Yasmani Grandal and infielder Mike Moustakas are playing their way closer to the All-Star game, but Christian Yelich keeps on Yeliching them and stealing the headlines. .479 with 5 homers in his last 12 games, keeping the hitting streak going in San Francisco. It's 2-0, and Yelich is so good, he can fit a baseball through a fence. That cost the Brewers a run because it was a ground rule double, and all the MVP can do is smile. He would have his revenge. This one will stay in the walls. An RBI double to the gap. Right now, the Brewers lead 5-3 in the 7th inning. Wisconsin's earning the nickname of Running Back U, and it looks like it's going to continue. Jonathan Taylor is going to enter his junior season as a Heisman frontrunner and a hot prospect for the NFL draft. Former Badger and 3-time Super Bowl champion James White's keeping an eye on number 23. White said Taylor is a rare combination of big, powerful, and fast. Now, White had 643 carries in 4 years. Taylor has 606 in 2. So staying fresh will be the key to carrying over success to the league.
I think it's take care of his body, first of all. I mean, he gets a lot of touches. That'll be very important for him. And I think just learning your offense inside and out, not just what you have to do, learning what the offensive line is doing, what the quarterback's thinking, that'll allow you to play faster and be a better football player. I think that's always a big help because that's going to be stressed a lot once you get to the next level.
Darnell Savage is impressing at the next level. One of the Packers' first-round picks is getting regular run with the first-string defense, and some of that's out of necessity. Some of that is because he's got game. Head coach Matt LaFleur said every player is going to have to earn their spot on the depth chart, and Savage keeps doing it.
He's done a great job. You see him out there running with the ones, and you know, I think again he's a smart guy and he is really talented. So we'll see, though. You know, it's everything looks pretty right now when you don't have the pads on. So we'll see what it looks like when we get the pads on.
Gary Woodland led Justin Rose by a shot heading into the final round of the U.S. Open, but here comes Brooks, 2-time reigning champion. Brooks Koepka is 4 under through 7 holes. Rose still right there, as is Louis Oosthuizen. Phil Mickelson finished +4 with a 1 over par performance on his 49th birthday and Father's Day. Tiger Woods 1 under with a hole to play in Pebble Beach. It's kind of a late finish because they're on the course in California. Want the primetime TV money, blah, blah, blah. I can show highlights later tonight.
All right.
And I can use the rain as excuse for me not playing golf here.
Exactly.
Because I'm really good.
Yeah, today's not a good day for
No.
that. All right. Thanks so much.
Bet.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Michelle Carolla. Tonight on the news at 9, we're taking a look at the challenges facing Child Protective Services in Wisconsin after a 5-year-old in Illinois was killed in April. That's tonight on Fox 47.
Former Badger J.J. Watt is not happy about the sale of the Whataburger fast food chain. The family-owned Texas chain announced it was selling its majority ownership to a Chicago investment firm this week. In response, Watt tweeted, "Okay, I say we all chip in and buy Whataburger back, make honey butter chicken biscuits available all day." Watt was born and raised in Wisconsin, of course, before playing for the Badgers, but makes Texas his adoptive home, playing for the Houston Texans. That looks pretty good. I have never tried that place.
I haven't yet either. Apparently
it's
Texas
that
trip.
good.
Yeah, Northern Vibe, yeah.
It's that good that J.J. Watt
has an opinion.
upset about it. He's really upset. He wants to be able to eat it.
You know who hasn't sold yet? Culver's.
No. It's like the, it's the connection that people
Yeah,
have
that's
to
right.
go.
Yeah, it's a hometown thing.
You know,
Yeah, that's
I
what
get
they,
it.
yeah. So wants them to stay. That's good.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay. As far as our weather's concerned, of course, for your Father's Day evening, it's going to stay a little cloudy and cool, but by tomorrow, we are expecting a little bit of sun in the afternoon, partly sunny skies, slowly coming around again by the afternoon for us. A slight rain chance developing Tuesday, and then we're looking at a chance for showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Temperature-wise, it is going to stay a little cooler for us. Here's your reminder, we should be in the upper 70s right now. So we're in a bit of a cool stretch for the week.
If you forgot. A reminder if you forgot.
Just a friendly reminder, that's all.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.